Hi, everybody. Today we are going to pretend that we are cavemen or cave women,
living in prehistoric times.
and we are living 60,000 years ago. And I am walking around. I've had a hard day. I've been hunting and gathering. I've been trying to get food for my family or my tribe, and I am really thirsty. And I look down and I see a stream, and I want to get some water from that stream. I need a bowl to do that. And I want to, say I want to take some water back to my family or something. I need something to carry it in. Where would I get a bowl if I'm living 60,000 years ago? Now, some people might say the cupboard or a store, but there was no cupboards. They hadn't been invented yet. There was no stores. There was no money. So everything the cavemen had, everything they owned, they would have to make themselves. So the answer, we would make something called a pinch pot out of clay. Now, what is clay? Clay is just kind of like mud. It's kind of, but it's got some kind of decayed plant life, and when the plant life gets really old, it kind of starts decaying into the ground and becomes part of the ground, and it's kind of, you can kind of play with it. Maybe you've dug and got some clay, found some clay underground, if we're at the beach or something like that. That happens a lot. I used to do that when I was a kid. But we're going to use clay today, and we are going to make a pinch pot.
So I'm going to give everybody a ball of clay. If you're at home still, I'm going to make sure you get one in a Ziploc bag. First thing I'm going to do with my ball of clay, mine's a little bit wetter than the stuff I'm going to give you, and I'm going to roll it in a ball. And I'm just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling with my hands until I get a nice ball. Now, some people might find it easier to roll it on the table like I just did, but my hands are nice and big, and I'm going to roll it into a ball. So now that I've worked it into a nice ball with my hands, I'm going to poke a hole in it with one of my fingers. I'm going to use my thumb. Some people just might not be heavy enough for this just because your bodies are smaller. So if you need help making a hole from an adult, that's okay with me. So after you get a hole, I am just going to start to turn and pinch, and 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 turn and pinch. And I'm going to just keep turning and pinching slowly. So this hole that I've made in my clay ball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because I am just turning and pinching. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Sometimes I'm going to smooth it out a little bit with my fingers. If I've got some clumpy places, you want it all about the same thickness, but I'm just going to keep turning and pinching and turning and pinching and turning and pinching and turning and pinching. And I'm just going to keep doing that till I think I've got a nice bowl shape. You can flip it over and kind of smooth it out in areas. You can keep doing that, but it should be about the same thickness all throughout the whole thing. Now, if you're at home doing this, I think I put some toothpicks inside your plastic bags with the clay. That is for carving in, because once you're done, it's kind of fun to give it your own special touch, something only you can do. But first, I'm going to put my initials in the bottom. This is important, especially if you are still learning at school, because this will help us know which one is yours. So JW for Jacob Walden is in mine. But the toothpick or tool you use isn't just for that. We can also decorate our pinch pots with it. We can carve patterns, we can carve lines, we can carve whatever we want. We can draw stuff right onto the clay. This will give it a special touch. It'll make it yours and like nobody else's. Keep going. You can work with the inside, the outside, the top. You can smooth stuff over, draw stuff on it. This is really where your creativity comes in your pinch pot. And there you go. There's your pinch pot. The next step is to fire it in a big kiln, which is like a really hot oven, but we'll talk about that next.
I like making pinch pots because clay, ceramics is one of my favorite things to do as an art teacher, and I hope you like it too.